It's the man YSN, and you're listening to YSN Radio. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all rocking with the man YSN, and you're tuning into the episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South, man. We are back again for another solo episode. It's been an amazing week. Wow. Talk about a crazy week. Last week when we joined each other, man, I literally recorded the episode right before the Kendrick Lamar concert came on. I was in the middle of editing and then turned on the concert, and history was made. And we're going to talk about that. Speaking of history being made, I'm sure you notice I got my power tee on, man, because my Vols also made history this week, man. The baseball Vols won their very first College World Series, national champions in baseball. So last night they had this huge parade downtown Knoxville, man. The whole city was out. That was my first time at a championship parade, and it was an amazing experience. It was literally like my first time ever being a part of a school or a team period that actually won some shit, so that was a really cool experience. So I'm showing love to my alma mater today, and I'll be rocking the power tee checkered button down for today's episode, man. But a lot of cool things happened over this past week we're going to talk about in today's episode, man. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to my man Keith Marcel. He had me on his podcast on Sunday, recorded a really good episode, man. So that should be dropping here in a couple weeks on his platform. I'm gonna drop his Instagram on the screen below, man. So be on the lookout when that episode comes. It's not very often I'm the one being asked questions, and he just got his podcast started, man. So it was really cool to be one of the first guests on his show. So shout out to Keith Marcel for having me on his show. Really cool experience, really cool guy, super funny, man. What else happened in my personal life, bro? Oh, this weekend I'm gonna be in Tampa, Florida, on some major Q-doggery. It is Clave Week. What is it, like the 84th Grand Conclave of Omega Psi Phi? 85? No, it's the 80-something Conclave of Omega Psi Phi. But it is in Tampa, Florida this year, and I cannot wait to attend. I got my flight already booked. I put in on the room with my LBs. It's been a very long time since I've been on Q-Dog time, bro. I've been so locked in on work, man. So it'll be really good to be able to unplug for a couple of days and kick it with the bros, man. So can't wait to get down there and get into some shenanigans with the Qs, man. It's gonna be a fun time in Tampa. Plus, it's my first time in Tampa. I've been to Florida plenty of times before. This will be my first time in Tampa. Will I do some like vlogging or podcasting while I'm down there with the bros? Probably not. But follow me on Instagram at RealYSN if you want to get the scoop and see what was going on with that, man. But man, what a week it has been in hip-hop. Oh my gosh. Starting off, man, like I was saying earlier, bro, Kendrick Lamar cemented himself as one of the biggest haters of all time. A few episodes ago, I talked about how he single-handedly made it cool to hate on Drake and dismantle him throughout that entire beef, and cemented himself as the winner with Not Like Us. Well, I thought it was I thought it was done until the Pop Out concert. Kendrick Lamar finished him. He is the king of spinning the block on your ops. Kendrick Lamar is the king of spinning the block on your ops. As if Not Like Us, as if dropping a banger, a certified banger wasn't enough, this man booked an entire stadium, a football stadium. That's where the Chargers play. This man booked an entire stadium and had an entire concert for the sake of hating on one man. Like, seriously, man, the entire premise of this concert was fuck Drake. And man, he had all the West Coast legends pop out, both old and new, man. West Side Boogie, OGZ, Blast, Ty Dolla $ign, DJ Mustard even had a set. Dr. Dre, he brought out Black Hippie, Ab-Soul, J-Rock. Bro, Tyler the Creator and Steve Lacy was on stage, man. Like 310 Baby, like, bro, it was a West Coast festival, man. Like, I like West Coast music, bro, so I was super happy to see a lot of those dudes on stage getting some love, man. But when Kendrick got on stage, that's when it went crazy, because first off, he put on a fantastic performance. The production value that they put into the show, shout out to Apple Music, because the camera angles, the cinematography of the show, it was all on point, man. But Kendrick Lamar put on a fantastic performance. But this is what really got me. Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us at least 12 times. Like, back to back to back to back to back. And then when he at first did the first, he would do A minor, hold it, and then start the song all over again, just driving the point home deeper and deeper and deeper that he does not like Drake. And then, as if that wasn't enough, Kendrick Lamar fills the stage with Bloods, Crips, basketball players, kids, and clowns, and literally clowns, and they all have a whole crip walking contest on stage. This man had Russell Westbrook crip walking on stage to Not Like Us. Who is doing that? Who is doing that? And it only raises one question out of all this, man. After you put on and you rent out an entire football stadium, put on an entire concert, perform one of the biggest diss songs of our era 12 times in a row, have Bloods, Crips, and clowns dancing on stage, how does Drake come back from this? How does he come back from this? Before the concert, I was confident. I was like, if he just lay low for a while, just let it blow over, give it probably like 2, 3, 4 months, he can go back to dropping music. He can go back to dropping music like nothing happened. But after this concert, man, I feel like this is going to be, I don't think his career is over at all by any means. But I do feel like this is going to be a stain that he's not going to be able to wash out for a long time, if at all. This is, I don't know, man. Like, Kendrick Lamar definitely buried his foot in Drake's ass. And I just got to speak objectively here. You feel me? I am a Drake fan and I do like Kendrick, but like objectively speaking, Kendrick Lamar got him. And if it wasn't apparent before, it definitely is now. After that concert, man, it's, oh my goodness. So I don't know if you haven't watched the concert, please go back and check it out. I'm so happy that I was able to watch it live, because that was literally history unfolding on Apple or on Amazon Prime, you know. So absolutely insane maneuver by Kendrick Lamar on Juneteenth of all days too. So everything was aligned in order for him to spaz out. Juneteenth, yeah, man, yeah, Kendrick Lamar. He definitely, he already had the W, but he went and capitalized it. He went and capitalized it, man. Another cool thing, funny thing that I found that came out of the entire concert debacle was a lot of people were, I feel like that was like their first time being exposed to LA gang culture. You know, I was seeing tweets, people were saying, now I want to join a gang. Kendrick Lamar made looking like being in a gang was fun. Not saying that it is, but if you was to watch the Kendrick Lamar concert, it looked pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? Everybody up there was having a good time. But this dude had went viral online last week, breaking down all the different hats that you can't wear in LA. You know, you can't wear a Red Sox hat. Definitely can't wear a Houston Astros hat. All the different hats like NFL or NBA, MLB hats that you cannot wear because it will get you beat up or pressed in LA. And a lot of people were taken aback by this, like, damn, what can I wear in LA? You know, I've been to LA one time. Luckily, it was during COVID, and I stayed out of anywhere where it felt like I didn't belong. So I didn't have any of those problems, nor was I wearing any hats of any sorts. But, you know, apparently that's a real thing, man, you know, because LA, that's where the gang started. But I don't know, can you imagine like you're on vacation walking down Hollywood Boulevard or, you know, wherever in LA, and say you're from Boston or wherever, and you got a fitted hat on, you think you fresh, and some niggas walk up on you talking about where you from, and then beat your ass over a hat? I'd be pissed. So a lot of people were taken aback by that. Another thing that I found interesting was Bobby Altoff was walking around in Bompton with YG. I thought that was absolutely crazy. Because Bobby Altoff, if you're not familiar, she's the white girl who does the very monotone interviews, awkward interviews. Went viral a couple of times, man. But she also went viral a couple of days ago because YG had her in Compton walking around in the hood. They was telling her to say what's bracking and all this. And she seemed like, clearly she's very out of place. This skinny little white girl walking around amongst a bunch of bloods, man. And I just found it so crazy, man, because like this is the same city where PNB Rock got a hole blown in his chest while eating some waffles, but they escorting Bobby Altoff through the hood like everything is cool. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but that's backwards as fuck, man. I thought that was crazy, you know. But to each his own. It is what it is, man. What else happened this week, man? The XXL dropped their freshman cover for 2024, man. And let's dig into it, man. Let's pull that cover up real quick, man, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. This year, I feel like they definitely got a solid pick, a solid list this year, man. And so let's break it down. They definitely got a few people that I actually like on here, man. So let's break it down together, bro. So XXL, they do the freshman cover every single year, pretty much laying out all the new rappers that they think is going to take over the game. And so this year, they had, starting off, Big X the Plug. Big X the Plug, he's hard right now, man. I seen him in person when I was at South by Southwest. That song, is going crazy. They was actually playing that at the parade yesterday, and everybody was going stupid, man. So, very solid pick with Big X the Plug. Mexican OT has also been going crazy, man. I know my homie Victor, I'm talking about him a lot on the show, man. He went to Nashville. OT was in Nashville. My homie Victor was psyched. Was front row for him, man. Was super excited to see him, and actually got to meet him backstage or after the show outside, man. He was saying he was such a cool dude, and he got some really bumping music, man. So I was not surprised to see OT on his list, man. So shout out to Mexican OT. Lay Banks, I'm not familiar with her music, but I have heard of her before. Boss Man D-Lo, Big Za. I knew he was gonna be on his list. I was telling people for months that Boss Man D-Lo is up next, plain and simple. He's definitely been one of my favorite rappers of 2024. Pretty much everything he's been dropping has been absolute heat. All he talks about is getting money and getting fly, and that's some shit I can definitely get jiggy with, man. He's got Sports Center just dropped last week. That's a fucking banger. He got the song called Whole Goat that's on SoundCloud. It's like some unreleased shit. I know all the words to that motherfucking song, bro. Bossman D-Lo is up next. He's finna take over, man. So it's no doubt that he was on this list, man. So shout out to them, XXL, for getting it right with that. Rich Amir, you're not familiar with him, but shout out to him for getting on the list. Scarlett definitely broke out with that Back the Fuck Up song. So I definitely can see him putting on for New York. Shout out to Scarlett. Huncho. I knew Honcho was going to be on this list as well, man. He's definitely been on the move. I've been hip to Honcho for a couple years now. He had a song with 21 Savage called Let's Get It that I played on the radio a few times. And, yeah, Honcho, I actually got to DJ for him when he came to Knoxville at the end of April. And that was a great show, too, man. He put on a fantastic performance. So, shout out to Honcho. I pretty much called that one in the air. 4 Bats was kind of crazy because I think, didn't he just get signed to, like, OVO? Like the end of March or beginning of April. You know, he's got that one song that Drake hopped on. I didn't even know 4 Bats was a nigga, man. Listening to the song, I thought it was a girl, man. No disrespect to him, but you know, fantastic singer. It's a great song that's out right now. So shout out to 4 Bats for making it. Maya the Dawn, I have heard of her before. Not familiar with the music, but you know, shout out to her. Shout out to her for getting on the list. Cash Cobain's been going viral these past couple weeks, man. So shout out to him for getting on the list as well. Skilla Baby, one of my favorite rappers to come up in the last couple years, man. I got introduced to Skilla Baby maybe 2 years ago when I was DJing in the clubs. Everybody kept requesting them, so of course, you know, dropping the records in the club and it's going up. So I'm listening to him on my own time, and dude is hard as fuck, bro. So he finally was able to get him out here in Knoxville in February, man, and I got to DJ that show as well, chop it up with him. Super cool dude, man. Shout out to Skilla Baby, bro. I was telling people last year that he was going to be on the XXL freshman list. If it wasn't, he didn't make it last year, but so I was like, he's definitely going to be on next year, and boom, I was right, man. So that ends it for the XXL list. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I definitely think that was a solid list, bro. If you ask me, man, definitely is a solid list. All the picks on there makes total sense. None of them really came out of left field, or, you know, a lot of times, especially on like covers before, they've definitely had some misses on there, man. And but I don't know. You scroll through Twitter, people hate on literally everything, man. People literally hate on literally every single freshman list that they drop every single year. When XXL puts out their freshman list, there's like a whole group of people online that says this is the worst list they've ever put out, and rap is doomed. Every single year, every time XXL puts out their freshman list, everyone says hip hop is doomed and everything is over and it's the worst list they've ever seen. Yet here we are, undoomed. So if you didn't like this list, so the fuck what? All right, everybody on that list is hard as fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Shout out to Bossman D-Lo and Skilla Baby, man. My two favorites off the list, man. I bump them niggas every single day, so I was super happy to see them on that list, and super happy to see that I DJ'd for Skilla Baby and Huncho. So two of these people off the list I actually got to work with personally, man. So shout out to them, man, for making the list, man. Keep up the good work. Cannot wait to see what you guys got to come in the future of the year, man. Let's actually got into some new music over this last week, man. So let's talk about it, man. Like I was saying earlier, bro, Bossman D-Lo dropped his single Sports Center. That shit goes crazy. He previewed it, you know, he dropped this snippet, and that went up a couple weeks ago, man. So he finally dropped the Sports Center's track. Goes absolutely stupid. That line, I'm a motherfucking boss, it's gonna cost to talk to me. Hit the nail right on the head with that one, man. So shout out to Bossman D-Lo, man. What else came out this week? Oh, Glorilla dropped TGIF. It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. Ever since he dropped that song, it's been 95 degrees outside. It's been hot as fuck ever since Glorilla dropped that song. And I think it's kind of funny, though, because now, like, people singing it's 95 degrees, posting anytime it's 95 degrees. They posting, oh, we outside. Like 95 degree weather is, like, cool. Like, it's it. It's not. It's too fucking hot. All right, Glorilla, if you could just go in and tweak that lyric maybe to like 85, 75 maybe, you know, manageable. Manageable heat, man. This 95 degree heat ain't no fucking joke, bro. I'm so happy I have a fan and air conditioning, man, because fuck all that, bro. Ice Spice dropped her single Fat Butt. I'm not gonna lie, man. Ice Spice gets a lot of hate, but not over here, man. That Fat Butt single went absolutely stupid, bro. Key Glock also dropped Big Money. That record went absolutely stupid as well, man. A lot of singles dropped, bro. Oh, Tommy Richmond dropped the song Devil Is a Lie. That song is actually really fucking stupid as well, man. So there's a lot of dope singles that came out over the past week that I was really digging, man. But yeah, bro. Crazy week, crazy week, man. Kendrick Lamar cements himself as the top hater. LA gang politics has proven to be very inconsistent. Had Bobby Altoff strolling through the hood untouched. XXL freshman cover hit a home run. And just like the Tennessee Vols hit a home run to win the World Series, man. So that's pretty much all I had to talk about today, man. Be on the lookout Sunday. I have an interview dropping with Lady O. It will just be the audio. Her internet feed was glitching out, so the camera quality on her end wasn't the best. So I'm just going to put out the audio on Sunday with Lady O, one of the hottest rappers out of St. Louis. So be on the lookout for that interview dropping on Sunday. It's going to be a great one. I actually got to chop it up with her at South by Southwest. It was like a quick 5-minute high and by, so it was really cool to actually get to sit down and have an extended conversation with her, get to learn about it a little bit more. So I think you'll enjoy it too. So that Lady-O interview is dropping on Sunday. Also got some really other dope interviews coming out as well today. I had a lovely conversation with a singer named 2012, a new singer that's coming up out of Atlanta. That interview will also be dropping here in the next week or so, man. A lot of dope stuff coming out, man. So make sure you keep in tune. I'm gonna end it right there. If you didn't make it this far, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can keep up with all the episodes as they drop. If you're listening, make sure you stream us on check out all of the episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, iHeart, anywhere you get your podcast from, we are there. Check us out on Instagram, YSN Radio 1, TikTok, YSN Radio, and follow us on the website, ysnradio.com. Until next time, same place, it's the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Let's go!